Okay, sexy alert. Look at this color in the jerkbait. Oh my god. Alright, so I have 4 Quattro cups of plastic currently heating in the microwave. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. So what should we make? I'm thinking... So I've been doing that color of the day in each video for maybe like the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 videos. And apparently you guys really like the color of the day. So number 1, that's awesome. But number 2, there's been one person, and I don't remember who this person is, but every video that I do a color in the color of the day, they request a color called GooseBerry, I believe it is, by Zoom. Alright, we're going to look at that and we're going to make some gooseberry. That'll be fun. I've got a bunch of dead-on plastic black bucket swim bait blend. So we're going to try and match some gooseberry. And of course, stay tuned for the end of this video to see this video's color of the day. I don't know what I'm going to make yet for that either. So it's, you know, I guess I'll have to think of it on the spot like we just did with gooseberry. But color of the day coming up at the end of this video. Okay, this is a little difficult to see. Well, the picture's not all that great, but it literally looks like June bug, okay, with small green flake laminated with a purple pearl. Okay, so more or less a regular pigment laminated with a pearl. Let me see if I can find a a better picture here. It's tough. Okay. Ugh. That one's not bad. That's what I think it is, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're basically going to do a June bug laminated with a purple pearlescent effect. And I have several molds laid out here. So I figure we'll start with these molds. This is the ecto craw, this is the punch craw, this is the bass tackle ribbon tail worm, and we'll see what it looks like in those, and then we'll just keep running different molds. This will kind of be like a discovery, almost like a popular colors video that I used to do back in the day. We're just going to kind of focus on building one color, and then we're going to see what it looks like in several different offerings. You know, this is basically what used to be my process whenever I wanted to develop a new color. I would develop the new color, and then I would make just a little bit in a bunch of different shapes and a bunch of different styles of bait just to see what it works with. And this will be a lot like that. So it'll be curious to see what this color looks good in versus maybe what it does not look so good in. Okay, here we go. One side is going to be June bug. Okay, so we're going to take one of my favorite June bug base colors, Lureworks Black Grape. And we're just going to load it up there. Now again, this is 2 cups of plastic worth in each cup. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Yeah, looking about right there. Looking about right. Maybe thicken it just a smidge. Yeah, that's looking nice. And then I believe in the pictures, so Zoom's normal June bug has 3 sizes of flake. It has the little flake, the medium flake, and then the large flake. That one only had the small, so we're going to kind of go with that just to stay somewhat true to the photos that I was seeing. So this is emerald green flake right here. This is the 0.015 size. Alright. And the June bug side of this gooseberry, it didn't have near as much green flake in it. So not only did it only have one size, but it wasn't near as flaked out as Zoom's normal June bug normally is. So that right there is looking mighty fine. The other side was a pearl base. Okay. So there's our purple pearl right there. It's just purple mica powder. And we're going to put some in that side. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll probably also use some of the black grape on the pearl side just to darken that pearl a little bit. I'm not sure though. Like I need to look at it. But you know, anytime you're laminating a regular pigment base with a pearl base, it's real easy for the pearl base to overpower the regular pigment base because the pearl base usually comes out more opaque. So that's just kind of something to keep in mind. You still want to try to get both saturations to be somewhat equal. Okay, so there's what I have, and I'm looking back at this picture. That's the pearl side, and you can see things are a lot darker. So this pearl side needs to be darkened pretty significantly, maybe even with some black. So let me scooch the camera back over here. We definitely need to darken that side, like significantly. Yeah, that right there is already looking tons more like the picture. All right, we're gonna try this one more time. Okay, here's all right, yeah, there's a good picture of it right there in the brush hog. Perfect. Yeah, so you can see the little green flake on the June bug top, and then sort of that purple pearl section, right? So the stuff that looks like it's black is the June bug side, and then you have that purple pearl. So yeah, if we just look at that and then that, we are pretty much there, folks. So there is the final shot of the two colors right there, looking really good, I think. And now we're going to run them in a few of the angling AI molds. And here we go. All right, so what we have here is the angling AI molds 4-inch ecto craw, and then we have 2 of their 8-cavity punch bugs, which is just a little bug type bait. So they're both kind of in the same genre of style of baits, but they're 2 different presentations. So we'll get to see 2 different looks here, and then we'll move on to some other things like worms, jerk baits, grubs, swim baits, etc. So this right here is the Bass Tackle Twin Injector, just in case anyone watching is brand new and has no idea where any of this stuff comes from. This is by a brand called Bass Tackle Molds. They also make molds just like these, and this is their twin injector. So here we go. Forgot to put on my left-hand glove. All right, fingers crossed. All right, we're gonna look at these punch bugs first, but join me in a reveal drum roll, please. Let's see how we did. All right, did not get a very even laminate, and I'll show you what I mean there. This was supposed to be the June bug top, but you can see we had a lot of purple pearl bleed over. And like I was mentioning earlier, whenever you're laminating a liquid pigment with a pearl pigment, you're bound to have that kind of problems. However, I think the color is spot freaking on. You might could even go darker on that pearl side, but I'm absolutely loving the color. I just need to do a better job executing it. Did a much better job on this one. You can see that the June bug top has a lot less bleed over from the pearl. You know, you can see a little bit of pearl bleed over in these, but all in all, that right there is a solid laminate. So let's get them out. Yeah. All of them did really, really well. Look at this. Ooh, I'm loving it. That is looking good. Yeah. Yeah, great idea to the gentleman who kept suggesting this color. I had never even heard of it. You know, that's the thing about Zoom. They've made so many colors. You just, you can't even be aware of them all, much less experienced with them all. I mean, golly, that's like somebody saying I've tried every single beer in the world. No, you haven't. Oh, look at that. That's the shot right there. Yeah, I'm digging it. Okay, and there it is in the Ecto Craw. This one over here, the one closest to the top, to the opening, got some of that bleed over, but let's take one off here. Okay, so there's the June bug top. There's that pearl bottom. Yes. Got a really, really great laminate on two of these. Two of these came out absolutely perfect. You can see the laminate on that one as well. Boy, this would make a good triple injection color too. Throwing a different color there in the center. Okay, so right here we have another mold from AI. This is the grub mold, okay? And then this is a bass tackle mold. I've had this mold a long time. This is a 9-inch ribbon tail worm. I have 2 4-cavity molds of it. So we're gonna run 8 worms and then 4 grubs. So just trying to give as much variety in the different styles of baits as we can. You know, after this, we're going to run some jerk baits, maybe even a few swim baits from my old custom swim bait mold that I haven't shown on here in forever. And we're just going to keep running it till the plastic runs out, and just kind of see how many different varieties of baits we can get. Okay, grub and 9-inch worms. Here we go. Right, I don't think the grub did very well. It seemed to have only gotten the pearl side. So we may be redoing that one, which I was hoping not to have to redo anything, because, you know, the problem with laminates is you can't remelt them. So, you know, that plastic is lost if those don't work out. So hopefully they did. Okay, so here's the grub, and let's kind of go in for a little bit of close inspection. You can see, again, some bleed over from the pearl and a little bit of denting there. So I'm not wild about the dent, but, you know, hey, this is a Zoom color. Zoom would sell that. There's no shame in dents. Oh, hello, everyone. You can see my reflection. So, yeah, I actually really like this color in a grub. Let's get one out. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, sharp looking grub color. I'm really curious to see this in the jerkbait coming up soon. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. What do y'all think below? Comments below. Does this work in a grub? You know, so far it really worked in the craw. It really worked in the bug. I have a feeling it's going to work really well in the worm. This one is questionable. Let me know what y'all think about the grub. All right, let's take a look at these worms. Have the plastic remelting. Golly, I love this mold. It laminates so easily. It makes all of us look so good, like we know what we're doing. Look at that. I mean, is that not like largemouth bass worm color deluxe right there? It's basically, this reminds me of sort of like the old school culprit purple shad color. Just only difference being there's green flake in the top. It's June bug purple shad. That's what GooseBerry really is. God. Yeah, see, this mold is a superstar. You know, it'll just make any bait maker look like a professional, because you never get dents and it laminates so easily. But that's most worms. Most worms laminate well. All right, let's take a look at the other ones there. Yeah, look at that. Is that not bass candy? Woo! Yeah, be on the lookout on my Instagram. I may do a huge run of these in worms. and offer some up for sale because people need to see this. Alright, and here we go with the jerk baits, and then this is a custom mold that I had made back in 2014. It's sort of a joint back swim bait. I haven't featured it in a while, so hopefully this does it justice. This one's kind of funky the way that it's set up in the mold. It's single top port injection, and the top side is the left side. So I was wanting to do the June bug side top, and then the purple pearl side bottom, of course. Same with the jerk baits over here. All right, and with all that mess out of the way, we should have some baits. Just dawned on me, I don't think I have not shown you guys the blending block yet. Yeah, there we go. Looking good, looking good. Okay, sexy alert. Look at this color in the jerk bait. Oh my God. Look at that. Is that not just a treat for the eyes? Look at that. That is so amazing. And it's so simple. It's so simple. June bug and purple pearl. Gosh. And that is just stunning. You know, even after several reheats now, you know, I don't see any discoloration of the plastic. I don't see any of the colors or glitter fading. I mean, look at that. Those are absolute stunners. Y'all, this might be my favorite right here. Yeah, this mold's a little different, like you're about to see. Ugh. It's crazy the way that it is lined up in there. Yeah, look at that madness. Okay, tell you what, the baits did good though. So you can see what I meant by sort of like a split back. So it's kind of like an old joint back Rapala. And I mean, golly, the action on this tail, because it has that pivot point, man, it is just wicked the way that it swims. Look at that. Even has my company's initials, LITL, in there. Oh, tail didn't fill. No bueno, no bueno. It's the only downside to this mold is that sometimes the tails don't want to play nice. But look at that. Isn't that something? Yeah, we put a bottom hook slot and a top hook slot on it. I don't really sell this bait much anymore. I guess I should. It's my design, so why not, right? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, custom 5-inch swim bait. This color rocks, you guys. Okay, so sticking with the custom mold theme, I have my custom frog mold here. All right. Now, this plastic being the dead-on swim bait blend, it's a little too soft for what I would recommend everyone throw a frog in. But I just kind of want to see how the color works, and then I got the Ecto Craw back out because I want another try at that to see if I can get, a little bit better results. Sorry for knocking the camera. Total amateur hour out here. All right, we have some plastic left, so we'll try this mold here and see if we can get it. I don't know if I have enough. I did not have enough. Thought I was going to get lucky. All right, second round of Ecto Craws came out really well. They all basically laminated perfectly, and you can see there's no bleed over from the pearl side into the tops. So that is why I wanted to do another round of those, just to get a little redemption on my Ecto Craws. And we definitely did a better job this go around. So yeah, there we go. That's what they should have looked like the first time. Yeah, there's some froggy goodness. Let's check them out. Ooh la la. And y'all all know a June bug frog is the way to my heart and the way to bass being in my live well. I love a June bug frog, so this is like special June bug. Gooseberry bug. Yeah, gorgeous. There it is, little custom frog action there. Well, there is the spread minus the frogs. I just figured, hey, I'll set the frogs aside for myself, and in case I decide to sell these, I'm not going to sell the frogs because they are a little bit too soft. Everything else here is good to go. So there is the spread, and I think it's gorgeous. I mean, this is a beautiful color, y'all, and it's all stuff that we've all made 1,000 times before, just maybe not in this exact pair here. I can't even count the number of times that myself and probably you guys watching have made June bug. You've probably made purple pearl 1,000,000 times. But put them together and I think you'll like what you get. I mean, this is stunning stuff. And it just goes to show that even what are simple colors that we've all done 1,000,000 times, we come out here and we think, what can I do that's different today? How can I just reinvent the wheel and just make the most bomb-tastic color ever that's going to blow everybody's minds? Well, sometimes just putting two simple colors together that we've all made 1,000,000 times works. All right, we're about to mix up some Dead on Plastics Black Bucket Worm Blend because it is time for this video's color of the day, and it's going to be a worm. Okay, so today's color of the day is a color that I am calling Blue Ice. And I haven't done this in a while on the channel, but it's one of those colors where we're not adding any actual pigment. It's just flakes. So we're going to use some medium size square cut flake in the black. Alright, oops. Let me get this lid back on. We're going to use some small silver, okay, 0.015. Ooh, wow, that just went everywhere. I forgot this was a brand new container of silver flake. Okay, well, I'm covered in silver flake. Look at this. Ugh, it's everywhere. All right, and then also a brand new container. I had to restock on a few things. This is the big square cut blue, 0.062. A little bit more. And just putting this in clear plastic, it makes an interesting looking worm color. Most worm colors are not kind of shiny, see-through, almost shad-like. But I think shad colors in worms are absolutely an incredible idea. A lot of times when bass are hitting shad on the top, you can actually throw a worm below the schoolers and catch the bigger fish below. And whenever you throw a worm like this, on a Texas rig or Carolina rig, it kind of, to the fish, it kind of looks like a shad that's kind of dying on its way down to the bottom. So let's see what they look like. All right, there it is. Check that out. Worm blend looking nice and clear. It's important that there's no yellowing in the plastic, or else you just don't get the same effect. So even when using quality plastics like Dead on Plastics, like a Calhoun, like a Polysol, you still really want to kind of pay attention to temperature whenever you're making clear colors. That's just across the board, because any discoloration, or if you get it too hot and you start to scorch the flake, it just doesn't look like this. But anyway, yeah, just a different worm idea, and really you could make this in anything. A little swim bait would be pretty sexy in this thing. So yeah, I reached way back in my memory bank for this one. It's been a long time, but yeah, something cool. I love colors that are just flake. It's really awesome, especially when you use a clear plastic. You can really see some awesome effects there. So anyway, that is today's color of the day. Well, that's going to wrap this video up. somebody recently made fun of me in the comments for wearing sunglasses in my videos, so these are for you, buddy. But yeah, it is pretty much officially Thanksgiving week when y'all are watching this, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope y'all get to see your families, you know, to whatever extent that you can with the virus, and hope everyone remains safe and gives thanks for whatever they have. Lots of things to be thankful for. So again, comments down below, which ones were your favorite? For me, it's between the 9-inch ribbon tail worm and the jerkbait. I mean, those were like, boom. It's gonna be hard to choose. If I had to choose for me personally, for what I would most likely throw, I guess I would go with the worm. But man, some really cool effects today. Hope y'all like the color of the day as well. And again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We just hit 60,000 subs. Thank you guys so much. I'm hoping we can get to 70. Big giveaway if we get to 70. So I'll start working on that hopefully in the next month or two. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.